Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kyreker coming to another video review, and this time we'll be taking a look at the AEW Unrivaled Series 7, The Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer. Yes, this was a tough SOB to track down in stores, but of all places I found him at GameStop, and I couldn't be more excited about this one. I'm a little mixed on this figure, even though I'm a big Lance Archer fan. I'm still a little mixed on this figure, and I'll explain why later on. But before we do so, take a look at the packaging first. Lance Archer down there. He is number 53, Series 7. Picture of Lance Archer right there. Unrivaled collection. Of course, AEW at the top there. Same thing on the side there. His letter is a T. And on the back, picture of him from the match. This is from Double or Nothing 2020. On the other figures in the set, of course, we got Lance Archer, FTR, the Young Bucks, and Nyla Rose. I already did reviews of the Young Bucks and Nyla Rose. FTR passed because I cannot stand those two. I mean, they're a good tag team, but I don't get the hype behind them. So be sure to check out my reviews of the Young Bucks and Nyla Rose if you haven't done it already. And of course, Lance Archer reviewing today. Anyways, that about does it for the packaging. So let's open up the Murder Hawk Monster and see what we got. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we have Lance Archer out of the packaging, and he looks freaking awesome. And this figure is pretty great. As I mentioned, still have a few issues with it, but I still think it's a pretty freaking awesome figure. Anyways, first up, I'm surprised he did not come with any accessories. I was expecting, I don't know, maybe a t-shirt or a vest or something. It would have added more to the figure, but that's okay. Anyways, head scan is great. I mean, this is a very good likeness. I usually hate screaming head sculpts, but this one fits, the character. He's supposed to be a monster, so fits the character, and it looks just like him. Anyways, great detail on the beard and the hair, especially the braid. I mean, that's awesome. This guy has tattoos. Very, very cool. Of course, he's got the big cross on the back there. And these wicked awesome pants. I mean, look at that. Look at the detail. Murder Hawk monster on the side there. Everybody dies. Very cool. And then the Murder Hawk symbol there on his kick pads. Or kick boots, as they're called in Japan. Very cool figure. Alright, now the complaints. First up, he has quite loose joints on the arms here, especially the bicep. And speaking of his arms, I think they're way too small. If you look here in the picture, he's pretty ripped. So these arms need to be much bigger. And also, I think the torso should be a tad bit bigger. And then the big one, I'm surprised I haven't noticed anybody really talking about it, and that is his skin tone. I think he's too pale. So if you look at the pictures here, he has a decent tan to him. Yeah, much darker skin tone. Whereas here he's too pale. And I think because of the small arms and the kind of small torso, it's making his head look a little bit too big. He's a little top heavy. Yeah, like the knees they feel a little bit weak. So I can imagine somebody who's posing him for stop motions or something, or figure photography, or even a kid playing with it, that's gonna break. So be very careful. Maybe some knee pads would have been nice, or at least a harder plastic for the knees. They need to fix that, I would say. Arms too skinny, skin tone's too pale, and the torso could have been a tad bit bigger. But aside from that, decent figure. He's actually pretty tall too. He's one of the taller figures. For comparisons, here is with a couple tall figures. Jake Hager from Series 6, and Hangman Adam Page from Series 5. So yeah, Lance Archer, he's a big boy. He's a big guy, which is good. Articulation, pretty standard for an AEW figure. Head rotates side to side. It does have the hinge of the neck there, but because of the head is a little bit too big, it can't really look down or up that much. Arms 360, in and out. Bicep, double jointed elbow, which I love. Swivel at the wrist and hinge at the wrist. Of course, has the upper torso joint, which can go forward and back, not that much. Slight swivel waist, kind of. Legs forward that far, which is bad. They need to go up way higher. Anyways, back to the original position. in and out, thigh, double jointed knee, swivel with the boot, hinge at the ankle, and then slight ankle pivot. I'm surprised how loose his joints are. But they're very flimsy. He feels like a very flimsy figure, which is a shame. So like I said, pretty decent figure overall. Like I said, it's just the skin tone, the arms are too skinny, torso could have been a tad bit bigger, and also the head is a tad bit too big. And also, he feels very flimsy. So I would say be very careful with this figure. But really, aside from those issues, not a bad figure. Now, I don't know if this was intentional, but look at the forearm on mine. It's really dented and scratched up. I mean, look at that. It's like somebody took a nail to it. I don't know if that was intentional, but I hope not. I mean, if it is, awesome. If it is, I mean, if it is intentional, great. If not, ugh. Like I said, aside from the issues I mentioned, not a bad figure. So I would say if you can find him, and as long as you're careful with him, I can definitely recommend this figure. Like I said, just be careful with the flimsy, the knees, of course the loose joints a little bit, and if you don't mind his arms, torso, and head being weird sizes, like arms and torso need to be bigger, and the head's a little bit too small. So I would say be careful, but I would kind of recommend him as long as you're careful with him. So hopefully we get a better one down the road. Anyways, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Be sure to check out last week's review, which was the WWE Elite Series 91 Bianca Belair. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss weekly videos. I upload new reviews pretty much every single week right here on this channel of WWE action figures, AEW action figures, store hunts, stop motions, and more. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Anyways, that's about it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, remember, you can't touch my dream and you can't touch my soul. I'm out. Take care.